1 News.
Out to the East Coast.
Look at that, guys. So we've got a cool project here from CU, some students up there. They're trying to research whales, the sperm whale more specifically. It's one of the largest animals to roam the earth, and they're also some of the most mysterious animals. A team from the University of Colorado using drone technology in an effort to track and sort of better understand these whales, how they communicate. Right now, researchers sit on boats using hydrophones and binoculars. You can imagine how time-consuming and exhausting that can be. So joining us this morning, we've got Severin and Grant from CU's Aerospace and Engineering Sciences Department. Guys, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for having us.
This is kind of cool. So why did you guys decide studying whales was the project you wanted to focus on?
Right, so we have these massive mammals in the ocean, and they're talking to each other via these social clicks at a very rapid rate.
Right.
And with a repeated pattern. So that indicates that they have some sort of vocabulary that we're trying to understand.
They can talk.
Right, exactly.
That's fascinating.
Right.
But they're really elusive. I mean, they're hard for researchers to find and track and kind of study. Isn't that right?
Right, as you mentioned, they're currently using binoculars. So what the drone will do is actually it'll fly from the research vessel autonomously in flight and search for these whales, which reduces the amount of time that they actually have to search for these whales, and it reduces the labor that goes into it. So there's a big increase on return on investment for their
really cool
research funds.
It's funny, too, because I walked up here and I looked at Grant and I said, "This is the drone?" And he said, "No, no, no, no. This is a mini version of the drone." So what's the deal? This isn't the full-scale version.
Yeah, so the reason we built this version of the drone was to show that it could actually fly. You know, building an aircraft like this, or building any aircraft, is a really huge endeavor. So we want to make sure we're headed down the right path.
And then this guy down here, this is the real deal.
That's the real deal.
So why so big?
It needs to be so big because we have a lot of payload that we need to carry.
Cameras mostly.
Yeah, we need to carry 4 pounds of science payload, namely cameras, so we can actually spot these whales in the ocean.
That's cool. And so once it's up there flying, I mean, does it just circle, or how does it work?
So the way our mission is going to work is we're going to launch this drone from a ship, and then it's going to fly out to 12 kilometers away from the ship. That's, I think, about 8 miles.
That's far.
Yeah. It's just beyond the line of sight of the visual observers on the ship itself. And then it's going to fly in a big circle around the ship outside of that visual range to extend the range. And then it's going to fly back to the ship.
And you're hoping to get video, like you said, of these sperm whales kind of in their own world, not impacted necessarily by people who are nearby.
Right, exactly. They surface for only an hour, so making sure that we get those images back is critical to make sure we get that research on them.
Do you know where they surface? Do you know where they're going to be? How do you figure that out?
Yeah, so currently I think they're on the equator, sort of. So by Sri Lanka is where this drone is hopefully going to be deployed.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Is it exciting to be a part of this?
It's super exciting, yeah, very much so.
What do you hope in the end? You know, let's say we talk to you in 6 months or a year from now. What do you hope that this drone has accomplished for you guys?
Yeah, so well, hopefully we can decode the sperm whale language, and through that we hope to reveal to the global human community just how intelligent these creatures are, and so therefore we can grant them more protections and conserve them.
Small goals.
Right.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you so much.
I mean,
appreciate
fascinating work. We really appreciate you stopping in to kind of tell us more about it, but show us the mini drone and the mama drone, if you will. Greg, isn't that fascinating?
Yeah, of course it's fascinating.
Makes me feel like, what am I doing here? These guys are decoding whale language.
You know what they need to do?
What's that?
They need to